her. She is Dr. Moni Nagda. She is an MBBS, currently pursuing her MD in psychiatry at Nair Hospital, Mumbai. She aspires to work on the mental health of the underprivileged sections of the society. She served in an NGO in central India called Search under Padma Shri Dr. Bang as a lady medical officer in 2018 for a full year. She loves to dance, paint, and read. She started her own YouTube channel too, which is named @psyche_artist. That YouTube channel is made for creating mental health awareness and to build the culture to read. Today, she is going to speak about how she manages stress, and but in times when she can't manage, you will find her playing her ukulele. So thank you so much, Moni, for joining us today, and please carry on.
Yeah. So I promise you guys that it's going to be a light-headed session. You guys will feel optimistic and motivated after. And if you guys have a paper or a pen, or just pick up your phone and open your notepad, because it will be an interactive session. Don't worry, you don't have to answer my questions, but you will interact with yourselves. So whatever it is that you guys find helpful, you'll start noting it down because it will help you. Okay, so of course in the 21st century we cannot avoid stress, but we can learn how to manage it, and that is what this session is all about. And why manage? Because if we scientifically break down our problems and things that stress us, if we start identifying, we can understand our coping mechanisms, then we can tackle everything more precisely and tactfully. Okay, so I've divided the session into 4 parts. We will definitely see what stresses us and our coping mechanisms. But apart from that, we will also write an intention as to what can we do or what will happen that will not get us stressed. And after that, I'll be sharing my tips as to how I deal with stress. And more importantly, I throw you a challenge for 40 days. If you attempt all these things or even a part of it, it's definitely going to help you. Okay, so before we get into all this, let's understand what the effect does stress have on our brain and body. And why is this useful? Because we've all experienced stress, but we don't know how to identify most of the times. Okay, so on a short-term basis, this is what stress does to us. Like धड़कनें तेज हो जाती है अगर tension आ गया तो, or we feel fatigued, tired by the end of the day, or we get tensed in our muscles. Sometimes we sleep really poor, like we don't get sleep or we sleep too often and a lot. Sometimes we feel constipated, we don't know, we get heartburn, we get anxious, we get acidity, we get tension headaches early in the morning. Monday we have to go for office and we're like, oh, how it's going to happen. Or we get irritable, and sometimes it also leads to a poor sex drive. And on a long-term basis, well, let me tell you, there are a lot of problems that can occur. Stress-related problems like diabetes mellitus, insomnia, not getting sleep, PCOS, we all know this, right? Every 5th girl out there has this problem of irregular menses. Cancer, yes, cancer is, the leading cause of cancer is stress, depression, now we're all aware of that, right? And increase in BP, hypertension. Okay. So let's understand the neurobiology of stress. Okay, why is this important? Because we've all learned this, right? We have central nervous system, and a part of that, autonomic nervous system. This is primarily responsible for stress. Okay, so probably when we're driving a car and a small cute puppy just jumps in front of the road, that's when we experience stress. So our sympathetic system is active that time. What does that mean? We don't know what to do. Oh my God, we'll go right, we'll go left, and then suddenly brake. Well, yes, it helps us. Or back in the days when a tiger would come, that time we would run. So our sympathetic system is active. But yes, this is the automatic way. But in today's world, there's so much that comes on us. Constantly, we are in the sympathetic mode. And therefore, we need to take effort for us to relax. And the counterpart of sympathetic system is the parasympathetic, which will help us relax and digest. So you get it. You need to put in effort to activate your parasympathetic. Only then will you get a balance between the two. Okay, so let's go on with it and let's identify what are the stressors that really stress us. Okay, we all know this, right? We've all come across the kind of expectations the society has on us. Oh my god. क्या पहनना चाहिए, किससे शादी करनी चाहिए, कौन सा करियर परस्यू करना चाहिए, अरे यहाँ तक कि कैसा सेक्सुअल ओरिएंटेशन होना चाहिए. So many expectations. And if all goes well, then we have career related expectations and stresses like deadlines and never ending to-do lists. Then we have a new job, or some of us lose a job and we have financial crisis. That also is a stressor. Some of us face difficult relationships, divorces, breakups, fights, whatnot. And we've also known people who have some chronic ailments and health challenges. And come on, what's worse? The COVID-19 pandemic. It's disrupted our daily routine. Some of us have suffered from it, and we've also lost some family members to this. So yes, this has added on to stress in our life. But we also know how to cope. Yes, our body knows how to cope, and most of the times we get on with it. But what is more important is that identifying what is a good coping mechanism and what is a bad coping mechanism. Now, how will we know this? Most of the times it's fine, but when we pursue a pattern that cannot be broken, that leads to an addiction, that is when I call a coping mechanism as bad, as deadly for you. Okay, so let's see this. Now let's see the pyramid from below upwards. Most of the times we love just not doing anything about what problems we're facing. We don't like facing it, we don't look at it in the eye. That's why we avoid it and we avoid feeling bad about it. Or most of us know we pursue retail therapy. We go on compulsively buying because we don't know, we don't need it, but chal yaar, acha hai, le lete hai. On Amazon, Flipkart, so much and whatnot. Some of us also know people who just go on overeating. It could be you. I also do that a lot. Because, well, I'm not hungry, but I'm stressed. So yeah. And binge watching. Oh my god, yes. Like, कुछ पता नहीं है क्या करने का प्रॉब्लम का, तो चलो यार छोड़ो. And it also helps us escape from the reality and we feel good in a fantasy world. And yes, when we don't know what to do about our lives, then we go on endlessly scrolling our social media feed. And yeah, when there are exams and there's so much stress, then we don't know what to do. We've all had those Red Bulls and whatnot to keep us up, right? Yeah. And of course, we've played those video games and just got into the gaming addiction. And then when there are actual problems and things to do in life, we'll do that tomorrow. Ah, yes. We don't know how to deal with a breakup or a heartbreak or a rejection. Then we'll get into a fling or, just a crazy, meaningless sex spree. Some of us have also got addicted to alcohol, smoking. It is going to be problematic when you get addicted. We don't know what to do. We've had a bad fight or a boss has irritated us and then we just pick a car, keys and just go on driving. And then somebody overtakes us on the road. And then we get into rash driving. And then so many of us also know our friends, or we've also been in this, we choose drugs to get into this escapism. So that's why I say it's a bad coping mechanism. Okay, so let's get on with it. So I'll give an example. Well, if I would wake up early and finish my studies, I would not be stressed. Now, you could also have written, I will not be stressed if I get a good rank. But it doesn't work like that. You have to write something that is under your circle of influence. So you can't write, I'll be fine and relaxed when I get a rank. No. You write that I'll be less stressed if I wake up early and finish my studies. Because you do it. Or something like I'll work out daily. Or I'll feel loved and loved wholeheartedly. And I will not be stressed if I have a balance between work and life, or if I make time to enjoy things I love. So yes, this is important because you need to know what that ideal situation is like, which will actually keep you calm and relaxed and not stressed. So it could be anything. Okay, I hope you guys follow this for the next 40 days. It is going to help you. So I've divided this into 3 pillars. Managing your personal life, managing your time, and managing your emotions. And this will definitely help you manage a lot of stress. Okay, we've all heard this, and a lot of our parents and doctors have told us, but we don't follow. But yes, we must. Because once we manage personally, there's a lot we can do. And the moment you hit something at a physical level, automatically your mental space will, what you say, it will grow. Okay, so sleep for 79 hours. Do not compromise on sleep, trust me. And eat right, like your plate, at least 1/3 of the portion should be raw vegetables or fruits. Exercise minimum for 4 days a week. And if nothing works, then 30 minutes per day. Brisk walk. Meditate either in the morning or at night, minimum 10 minutes. This is a must, like you have to inculcate this habit. Okay, now what is working deeply? So I recommend you work at least for 1 hour deeply. Now what does this mean? That just sit with that laptop or paper or a pen, get into in your cabin or do whatever it is, stay away from a gadget. But you must just get into that, hit the frog and just start working on whatever it is that you have been avoiding and do that for just 1 hour. Yes, the next one is you must connect with your friends and family. And I say this, that do it twice weekly. Of course, during the weekends we do have a chat and give our parents a call. But no, it's important that also on a Wednesday or a Thursday, you connect with your friends and family. Because come on, we all know loneliness kills and it does hurt a lot. So why not infuse a lot of love and energy in the entire week? The next one is really important. We must keep our close friends and family updated of our life's progress and challenges. Now, this is important because they will be a part of what you're going through, and this will really help you and them stay connected. This is a really good way to de-stress. Now, why do I say that? Because you cannot avoid what problems you're facing or things that you have to do, but you can definitely include them and share, because in the journey, if you have somebody to face this together, it will definitely be a plus. And if you don't find 3 people, then why don't you just pick a book and start journaling and penning down everything? Okay, the next most important thing is that you organize your life. It's important, yes. The moment we start organizing, that's when we will stress less. Probably in the future that we would get that panic attack, we will not. So do not procrastinate. Make a flexible to-do list. And why do I say flexible? Because of course to-do lists gave us that anxiety, right? So we need to have a kind of a buffer, or just keep some places where you will whatever is pending, you can spill over that in those hours. So make it flexible. It does not have to be rigid for you to follow. नहीं, चलता है थोड़ा आगे पीछे हुआ तो. And yes, start with small habits. Now, why is this important? Make anything an identity and start small. Because if you do that, you can also get a feeling and a sense of achievement. Yes, I really recommend this. We must start wearing a fitness band or a watch so that we don't have to constantly look at our phone to check the time. Because once we do that, then again we get into this habit of constantly scrolling our social media feed. So for basic things, go old school. Yes, install a social media usage app. Now this has personally helped me a lot, because if we don't measure where our time is getting invested, how are we planning, how are we possibly going to make any change, right? So start installing something and so for the first 1 month do nothing, but then you'll see a pattern. Oh, my time's getting invested in this app more than it must or more than it should. So yes, and yeah, why do not you reward yourself with small gains? Go grab that chocolate bar or just go out and celebrate for something even small that you have achieved. And this one is my personal favorite. It will really keep you motivated. Start reading a self-help book. Now I know a lot of y'all are like, क्या है ये? Positivity थोड़ी ना चाहिए. But it's not about positivity. I'm sharing 3 books that you can actually grab and read, and this will keep you in the whole process of organizing, managing. You will pick up something, and Atomic Habits is definitely a pick. You must pick this. Okay, this is the most important pillar of our stress management session, and that is emotional management. Yes, we must just breathe and let our feelings out. So this is really important. Why do we need somebody else to go on a date with? Of course, sometimes we do, but sometimes you just have to go on a date with just yourself. And this one is really needed. In this boring life, 9 to 5 job or whatnot, we need a hobby. Paint something or dance or start cooking something or pick a sport if you've not played any. Or if you have nothing, then just stretch your body and do some yoga. Or like me, you can actually, pick an instrument. Okay, water therapy, we all know about this, right? If we can't do much of all these things that I've told you, then after a bad day, you can definitely take a hot shower and your muscles will relax, you will feel lighter and you'll go with a good sleep at night. Use essential oils. Now this is like, kya bol rahi hai? But yes, essential oils are really helpful. Aromatherapy, we all know about this, right? There's so much research. So you must pick something, buy something, and give yourself that brilliant smell. Yes, journal your emotions and don't bottle it up. Ventilate it. Use whatever it is that you have and put it on paper, because once that's out, you will feel lighter. And why don't we meet those friends? Or why don't we watch comedy? Why don't we laugh more often? We've forgotten that. When was the last time did you laugh? Yeah, think and put it on paper. And sometimes nothing works, then just take it easy, unplug, do nothing. No, I don't mean avoid, just do nothing. Help our patients with, we mostly ask them to install an app, Headspace, or you can take meditation classes and learn meditation. Now, why is this important? Because once you know how to channelize your energy and become calm, you will automatically know how to solve your problems. You won't need an external force. Deep breathing. Yes, this is also something that we advise. Now, deep breathing is pranayama. Most of y'all know this. Just focusing on your breath, which is the vital force of life, and dropping all that there is and coming in the present moment. This will really help you calm down. It will help you get rid of that panic attack. Okay, this is another technique that we tell our patients. Now, this is Jacobson's technique of progressive muscle relaxation. Each group of muscle is tensed and then relaxed one by one, and you will feel a difference. So, what is this? Okay, you sit on a chair and then you scrunch up your face and then you relax. Then you tense your arms and then you relax again. Then go with your shoulders and chest, tense it and then relax. Then tense up your legs and then relax. Breathe in, breathe out and relax. So yes. And you know what? When it gets too overwhelming, when you're too anxious, you're too sad, or you're too fearful, and all these tips don't help you, you can't get control of your life, then well, you need help. And it's okay, you can consult a professional. So just drop that stigma and it's okay, go out there. It's not going to be that difficult. So in all, I would say that managing stress is all about balance. And what is balance? Balance is not something you find somewhere magically. It's something that you create. So thank you. if you have any questions, you can ask me here, or you can connect with me. You can write to me, or you can just follow me on my social media handles. And Psyche Artist, because with art and heart, you can nurture your mind. So, thank you.
Thank you so much, Moni,